Hello and welcome to Soul in Balance, and in this video we will be going over the SYNASTRY aspect, Venus in Partner's second house. Now I love this aspect. I think it's really beautiful, but like all aspects there is always a shadow side and a positive side, and like all relationships there's always lessons and karma to be had with every single aspect in SYNASTRY. So let's get into it. Now, first up, if we want to think about this just as a very basic understanding, is that Venus co-rules the second house, which is Taurus, and the seventh house, which is Libra. And when it's in the second house, it's more in relationship to the self, the love of the self, the value of the self, and self-worth. And when it's in Libra, the seventh house, it's more about the love of others, the external love that we have, that mirror reflection even in some ways. But realistically, when Venus comes in here, Venus is coming home. So there's a mutual understanding, a mutual respect for each other in matters of money, in beauty, in self-value and self-worth. And when Venus comes into our house, our second house, it really does bring with it, and it's most positive, it really does appreciate and value, you know, the beauty and aesthetics of the second house person and how they carry themselves, what they do with their money, you know, how they hold themselves up. And this can also help the second person value and love themselves more. But this is where the catch is too, because, you know, when relationships are new and in that, you know, honeymoon phase, people can make us love ourselves more, and we think, damn, you know, I feel so good around this person. They help me financially. Maybe they pay for everything. And, you know, I just feel so great about myself. But these, you know, in relationships, things change, you know, dynamics always change. And, you know, the Venus being in your second house can then also really trigger you deeply to have low self-worth, or, you know, maybe affect you financially. So there's always, you know, a dual nature with every single aspect. So that's really important to understand. But all in all, I do feel like on a positive level that this just does bring a lot of mutual understanding and respect. Because if we think about it, like Taurus represents, you know, our primal nature. It represents I have, self-worth, self-love, money, possessions, the body. So realistically, I feel like both the house person and the Venus person really love and appreciate each other's body, how they dress, what financial things they're interested in. I have a friend actually, and his Venus is in my second house, and he's always offering to help me with like financial stuff, like especially with crypto. Like we both get into crypto, like we both have a lot of things in common. Actually, we both grew up in the motorcycle industry. So yeah, he kind of just always wants to help me all the time. He's always like, hey, just call me if you need help with your crypto or what you want to invest in. Like he's just always very much wanting to help me because his Venus is in my second house. So there's just a very beautiful respect when it comes to these types of things. Like I feel like the Venus person really wants to look after and take care of the second house person. But I do feel like this works both ways, because I know when with his business and he had issues with staff, like I also wanted to help him and make sure that he was okay. So there's a very dual nature here of both wanting to help each other, support each other financially, and with business and money and things like that. So it is just really, really beautiful. What else did I want to say? But yes, it's just, I feel like both people do feel it. I feel like in most cases you'll always find that the house person feels most things more, because it's in that area of life and it's in that area of self-worth. So, you know, someone's self-worth can be very much on the line. And I think the lesson here for the second house person is to always be on top of their own self-worth, their own self-love, and their own financial stuff. You know, it can be very easy to rely on other people to love us, or rely on someone else to make us feel good, or rely on someone else to financially support us. And this is never, never, never good in any way, shape, possible form. Like, especially if you're Pluto and Libra generation like me, and you're learning to be more self-sufficient and look after yourself. Like if you've got Pluto and Libra, or even in the 7th house, depending on your birth chart aspects, you know, you can meet people like this that come and support you, and then it's all taken away and you have to learn to love and support and value yourself, you know. So a lot of these things are like big lessons, and I feel like depending on how your Venus is aspected and the other person's Venus is aspected, you know, maybe their Venus is aspected by Pluto. And there's, you know, a lot of addiction and obsession and power plays involved. And, you know, that Venus person might want to like pick you up 1 minute and make you feel great, and then next minute pull the rug from underneath you and make you feel like crap, by then diminishing your self-worth. So that's why it's really important to really, with our 2nd house, wherever that is in your chart, is to make sure that you are very much, you know, for like making yourself feel great, loving yourself, valuing yourself, and putting yourself first. Like everybody in any area of life should not be putting their value on anybody else, if that makes sense. But realistically, I think this is a beautiful aspect, whether it's for business, whether it's for relationships, whether it's for friendships, whatever it is. It's just really, really beautiful aspect to have. But yeah, like with every single aspect, there is always lessons. But I just feel like all in all, both partners appreciate the beauty, the, you know, the interests and, you know, creativity and possessions of what the other person has. So yeah, I just think it's really nice. It's a really nice subjective placement to have. But that's it for me, guys, and I hope this was helpful, and good luck if you have Venus in somebody's 2nd house. Bye.